What are the chances of the timing on that as soon as I'm saying we're not going to see any wildlife,
This is insane. It's such a beautiful, slow flurry. It looks like the movies, but I don't know if we're going to be able to get out today or what we're even going to do. Welcome to Banff. Sleep.
Who cares how I slept? Look at this. This is so magical. When I thought of doing van life in Canada in April, I did not think we would get this. I am equal parts like in awe and also scared, I think. We have winter tires on, but we don't have chains. Like, we've never driven in the snow before. What does this mean for the rest of the trip? Van life is still so romantic to me. The fact that we are surrounded by snow right now, cuddled up in bed, drinking a fresh coffee that Jordan took all of the effort to make this morning outside in the snow for me. And I really want to remember this feeling because I have this nag at the back of my head being like, you're gonna go through some stuff. Like, the roller coasters of van life is insane. You go from the highest highs to the lowest lows. So I want to remember this high because I'm concerned of what today's lows are going to be.
I'll help. So yesterday we drove here from Banff and we were frantically trying to find a place to stay, and eventually, after a while, we figured out we could stay in the Lake Louise overflow car park, which is what we did. We were told that it would snow overnight. We did not expect this.
So everything we had originally planned for today is sort of out of the window given the current weather, because Jordan spent like 3 hours researching the best hikes that we could do around Banff. But
I had such a good list. I had a list of the best. I had like hard, medium, easy. We were going to pick anything, going to have amazing views, but now there's just snow everywhere. Everything's closed. Every single track is closed.
So the plan is we're going to go to the info centre in town and chat to them, see what they sort of suggest. The only definite we know for today is Lake Louise, but I don't even know how much of that we're going to actually be able to see.
Let's go ask the info centre. Spoke to the people here at the information centre and they've given us an equally good itinerary that I planned and we can't do.
And it was a lot quicker. So we are going to go down to Lake Louise because it's still open.
Even though it's completely frozen over, there's people walking on it.
So we're going to get a bit of a different view than the like iconic Lake Louise that you're thinking of. But I think it's cool that we get a unique experience here.
Yeah. And then we're going to head into Banff, but we're going to go a different sort of highway with a slower speed limit, and there should be a couple of stops on the way.
There is one hike that they said should be good in this sort of weather, and it's quite small and quick. So I think we will pull off there and sort of gauge how it is.
Really, it's in the hands of the weather.
And that's about it for the day. Other than that, maybe a cafe, hang out in the van for probably way too long.
Look at this weather. Louise. It just took it to a whole nother level here.
First stop of the day, Lake Louise. We're definitely not going to see much. I can't even see what is meant to be lake. Like, what's meant to be water? It's just all white. There's nothing. Now, this is an experience I wasn't expecting at Lake Louise. I was thinking beautiful blue lake, mountains in the background. Instead, I am ankle deep in snow, walking on Lake Louise. Everyone's making snowmen. I can't believe we're on the lake at the moment, just surrounded in snow. How many people have been walking on Lake Louise in snow up to their ankles? Ooh, and on their faces. Then just start rolling. Is it working?
I don't know. Join together.
Good work. What a beautiful snowman.
Snowmanning is dangerous, man.
That was not snowmanning. That was you being an idiot.
Pretty sure that's how you do it. Oh my god. I love snow. Love it, live it, love it. It's snowy. Wow, you just can't see anything beyond the people. How are they all rolling snowmen so easily?
This is so much more fun in such a different way than I ever envisaged when we were planning to come to Lake Louise. I thought we'd come here and there'd be heaps of people, we'd all be looking at this beautiful lake. Instead, all you can hear in the background is people giggling and laughing and having the best time. A woman literally fell up to her waist in snow and everyone was laughing at the poor woman. It was so funny. I love that everyone's having a good time though. No one's like, oh no, you know?
That was very different, but cooler than expected.
You know what's nice?
What?
We can just go back home in like 2 seconds. Go warm up at home. Now we are going to hop on the A1 to get the more scenic route to Banff. The lady that helped us in the info centre seemed very confident that we should find it quite easily, so fingers crossed.
And if we do take the correct way, we should be able to see a place where we can stop for a hike. Now, she did say number 1, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, she said take this eastbound.
Yeah.
And then we should see signs.
Yeah, there may be a place that we can stop and see like a frozen waterfall, but to be honest, we might be snowed in completely. We'll find out.
The weather has taken a turn. The snow that's coming down is huge and the road we are on definitely hasn't been snowplowed yet. We have seen a few signs that say we should see wildlife in the area, but I don't know how that can be the case. Like, surely they're all hunkered down avoiding the snow. Like, they're not out having lunch in this, I don't think.
Justin Canyon!
You never know. Oh, there was a little elk back there. What are the chances What are the chances of the timing on that as soon as I'm saying we're not going to see any wildlife, there's like a little deer or something? I think I have pictures in here. I think it was this guy, white-tailed deer. Guess what we get to do? Check off our first animal of the trip. A deer. 1 down, 9 to go. I really don't know how we're going to go, given that the weather is the way that it is. I also am not sure on this hike, because that's a lot of snow.
It's like a blizzard now. It's gotten out of control. Given how bad this is, I think we just head on to Banff, if we can even get out of here, and maybe find a cafe or something.
That sounds really
Just to
nice.
pass some time. This video is not going at all the way we wanted it to go.
To be fair, there's a bunch of people here. From what I could hear in the info centre at Lake Louise village, a lot of them were suggesting people come this way given today's weather.
I think even if we were to do the hike, we wouldn't be able to take the camera out in this anyway, so we wouldn't be able to film it, and yeah, I'd rather get to a cafe.
Here we go. Hopefully we see maybe an elk or a moose would be cool. And then a coffee. We are so focused on the road and finding an animal that we've done that thing you do when you're trying to find someone's house and the music has been turned right down because it somehow makes you pay better attention. Hopefully there's a free campsite somewhere around here that the information place will know about. I'm hungry, but we should probably eat in today since we got supplies.
Yeah, but we can still get a hot chocolate.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. It's starting to clear. Hopefully this is the weather for tomorrow. I can't cross my fingers with my gloves.
That was delicious. So while we were in town, we went into the information centre to try and figure out what it is we could do today and all about our plans for tomorrow. And we're worried.
Basically, we're going to have to wait until tomorrow, check 511 Alberta and hope for the best that the road isn't closed. Today we can go to a lookout and we went to a nice cafe and that's about it.
Yeah, so we may be having an extra day here than we planned. We finally got some visibility. It looks amazing. So we're going to get to this lookout quickly before it becomes invisible again.
Starting route to Suprise Corner. The destination is on your left. Suprise Corner. Arrived.
Today has not really gone to plan, but
Highs and lows of van life, baby.
highs and lows of van life, baby. This view is amazing.
The fact that the skies have cleared for this to give us this view is pretty good high.
I'm real happy with that. Otherwise, we just wouldn't have seen anything.
Now we just have to hope for the best for tomorrow.
Yeah, there's meant to be a lot of snow, so we might be on the icefield parkway. We might not be going anywhere, so
We'll see what 511 says and go with that. I didn't realize my hair was covered in it. It's so cold.
Yeah, that was fun.